Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. Today I was trying to do some leaves, couldn't get the lawnmower to start. We have a pull behind leaf vacuum because as you can see we have a ton of leaves. So my son was using the lawnmower a couple days ago and I could hear from in the house that it wasn't running very good. When I came out to use it yesterday, it wouldn't turn over. And I just thought he had killed the battery on it, which is a fairly common occurrence. So I just stuck it on the battery charger. But when I came out after leaving it set for 24 hours on the charger, still wouldn't start, wouldn't crank over at all. And I could smell some gas. So I looked and there was a little bit of gas on the floor under it. And I think there's gas in the oil right now even. So I went ahead and pulled the spark plug out. Over, it just blew gas out everywhere under the hood here. The cylinder was right full of gas, that's why it wouldn't crank over with the spark plug in. So I got all the gas out, and there's obviously a problem with the carburetor, so I went ahead and pulled that off real quick. Just a couple of bolts, and here's where I'm at now. I've got the carburetor off, and I'm going to go ahead and tear into it. Pretty sure I know what it is because I've had this happen a few times to me before, the same type of thing with different engines, so we'll dig into it. So we're over here at the work table now. I'm going to go ahead and take the bowl off. Doesn't look extremely dirty inside. I've definitely seen a lot worse. As the bowl gets full, the float lifts up and pushes this needle up onto its seat and stops any more fuel from getting in the carburetor. For some reason, if that's not happening, this isn't seating, fuel is going to continue to pour in the carburetor and eventually it's going to go through into your engine and cause the problems that I have. We're just going to make sure things are clean. We're just going to make sure that our seat right here down in there is clean and the needle is clean, and we should be good to go. So I'm just going to drop the needle right down in where it sits. Put my pin back in my float. The only other thing you want to do is you want to make sure there's no dirt. So I think we're good here. I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to throw this back on and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're just going to slap this back together. Okay, that's all we're going to do for that right now. Go ahead and put the gas back on and see what happens. One more important thing we need to do is we're going to check the oil. There's a good chance that we had fuel that washed past the rings into the oil, so it probably would be a good idea to change the oil. But I think we're going to check and make sure it's cured before we change the oil. I don't see any fuel or smell any fuel, so I think we are seated now. So now I'm just going to check the oil. Gas definitely got into the oil. It seems really thin and it stinks like gas, so we are going to change that before we start it. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll fire this up and hopefully be vacuuming some leaves shortly. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of gas in there. That oil should not be that thin. We'll let it go for a little while to try to get more of the gas out. It looks like it's still slowly coming out and running down the frame, and that is mostly gas. For the oil to finish draining, we're going to go ahead and get the breather and air filter and all that put back on here. I'm pretty sure we're set. So I'm going to do that and get the spark plug in so that once we get fresh oil in it, we can go ahead and start it. First thing we got to do is get the Craig case ventilation hose back installed in here, which is a tight fit. There we go. Make sure you get the thread started before you put a socket on it, because that's something you definitely don't want to cross thread. You can see that's just basically oily gas. Just throwing in some cheap straight 30 weight. Go ahead and try to fire it up now. getting no fuel at all now. So I had to tear back into it to see what the problem was. And I figured it out that I had put this, when I had taken the float assembly out, the jet had fallen out, and I mistakenly put it in from this side, thinking that's the way it went, and it goes in from the back side here. And the reason why is, if it sticks out, it's going to hit this even when the key is on and the solenoid's engaged and pulled back. It won't let fuel pass through, so that's why it won't run. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together the correct way and give it another shot. And you can, one of the advantages of this style carburetor is you can take the two screws out and do some limited work on it, like I'm doing, with the carburetor still in place. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give it another try now that we got the bowl back in place. Let's see if it starts now. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Runs good, idles good. Time to get to work on the leaves.